She can buy herself flowers, so he bought her an engagement ring instead. I'm talking about Miley Cyrus. Page 6 is reporting that she is engaged to musician Maxx Morando. Now, if you're going, Max who? Who is this guy? You're not the only one. Miley has said that as she's gotten older, she's more protective of what she's been open to sharing. So you're like, who is this guy? Like the rest of us, who is this guy? So do you find yourself more open or less so about sharing stuff about your personal life as you get older?
Closed shut like a bank vault. Everybody's out. No, it feels like Miley is taking a page out of her godmother, Dolly Parton's book. As you guys know, that Dolly was married for over 60 years to a man named Carl. We could never even pick him out of a lineup. Sadly, he died earlier this year. And she's also had some very public relationships with Nick Jonas, Cody Simpson, Patrick Schwarzenegger. I feel like she's learned her lesson where it's like, if you want something to last, how could I forget Liam? That was a big one.
That was a big one.
Yeah, they just finalized that divorce in 2020. And I feel like she's learned her lesson as she's gotten older, that if you really want something to last and to preserve it, keep it to yourself. We are not able to have nice things. Yeah, don't clap, because we're the problem. Don't clap yet, we're the problem, because as soon as we announce that there's a new celebrity couple, what do? We start going through all the photos, we discuss if we think they're gonna last, then we have lip readers who are going through private conversations. So if I'm in the limelight, I'm like, no, we're gonna hide this man from everybody so I can have my relationship. So I agree with you. Good job, Miley. Finally.
Yeah, I think especially for somebody in her position, it's really important to protect the things that you need to protect. And I've been thinking about it too, because I've noticed as I've gotten older, I've gotten more open creatively and more private and protective socially. So I'm not gonna post a bunch of stuff on social media, but I'm gonna be writing my second book in the new year, and that's gonna be very personal. But I always think about, what is the purpose? What's the purpose of me saying this? Is it just me telling my business and bleeding all over the page, or is there a purpose to me sharing this? And if there's no purpose, I'm not sharing it.
Yeah, that's a great way to think about it. Yeah, wish more people did that.
You're right, exactly.
I mean, here's the thing, we're talk show hosts, we're in season 13 of the show. You guys know everything there is to know about me. And guess what? Pretty much. And guess what? It's actually in my job description. So yes, I continue to share more. In general, I've actually started to share more as I get older. And certainly something I've learned, probably more so in my 40s than anything, was prior to my 40s, sharing wasn't about connection, it was about sort of exuding this persona of strength. As I get older, for me, sharing now is something I realize actually invites connection. Vulnerability invites connection, whereas before I thought that strength was what invited connection, and in fact, it really isolates people. If you're like, I'm so strong all the time, I have no problems and I've got nothing to share, I'm perfect. I think the older I get, vulnerability is how you actually can open a door to connect with another human. So you're gonna be getting more stories from me here on the social for another, hopefully, 13th season. And I've learned a lot of that from you, if I can say, because you are very, when you talk about bleeding heart, in the best way possible, open book, but it's when you are vulnerable that you actually can connect with someone more than
I agree. No, I agree, and I mean, we have shared a lot on this show. Though I'm protective a little bit of my relationship in strange places. Like if you go on my Instagram, my social media, you will barely see a picture of Jason. I do share a lot of stories about him on my podcast, but as I've gotten older, I feel like I share less and less of the really detailed parts. There was a time in my 20s and 30s where I was like talking a lot about things, and sometimes to get advice from friends to actually sort of, get their take on like maybe a fight that we were in. But lately I'm like, you know what? Who knows him better than me? Like, no one knows the alchemy of our particular relationship. And I think actually we have a very unique relationship. So if I was to take that to anybody, to my friends, even my closest, and try to get their opinion, first of all, they'd be very biased towards me. And second of all, I just think even if it was a neutral topic related to us, they may not understand it. Like, your relationship should be protected a little bit, the uniqueness of it, because otherwise people are trying to make it bring out their issues onto your life.
And don't you also feel, it's a great point. But don't you also feel like, especially with what we do and with what Miley does, she's obviously a big celebrity, the person you're with didn't sign up for that.
That's true too.
They signed up for you. They didn't sign up for the whole world to know every single detail about their personal life. And you know how we are. Once you let us in, you can never tell us to go away.
I know.
So
the balance, it's a balance.